In this video, we're going to run through my favorite camera settings for headshots. These settings are a great starting point for any studio portraiture, where you're controlling the majority of the light and you don't want ambient light to interfere with your exposure. Thanks for stopping by. I'm Scott Lawrence, your Detroit-based headshot photographer. And if you're looking for more tips from me, be sure to sign up for my email list. I also have a digital course designed to help anyone show up better on camera for their headshot session. So let's jump in. Shutter speed. Remember, when using strobes, a shutter controls how much ambient light gets into your shot. I'm usually at 1/200th of a second. This is basically the flash sync speed for most cameras today. Shooting any faster than a 200th of a second, say a 500th, may result in banding on your exposure. This is basically because the shutter is opening and closing faster than the flash duration. So to counter this, you need to head into high-speed sync mode on your lights. Now, I'm not going to cover that here, but comment high-speed sync and maybe I'll make one. So why wouldn't I want to let in more ambient light? Well, in most cases, my goal is to get in and out of the session quickly, and dealing with ambient light just makes it more complicated. So by excluding ambient light, I can also get much more consistency in my work. In an office environment, most buildings typically have overhead lighting. Typically, your basic can lights and a drop ceiling. These lights will wreck your shot. They add shine to bald heads and deep shadows under the eye sockets, among other things. So shooting at a 200th of a second usually controls this enough, but it's always safe to turn them off anyway. If you're enjoying the video so far, don't forget to like and subscribe. Aperture. Your camera's f-stop, or aperture, controls the depth of field and the flash output. So if you have a lower powered flash, or maybe you're trying to conserve your battery, opening your f-stop to f4 or f2.8 will let more light in from the flash into your exposure. Shooting at f4 or 2.8 will also give you a shallower depth of field. This isn't good if you want to cut out your subject from the background though, or want to make sure the whole face is in perfect focus. So in short, it's a trade-off. You just have to decide what you want or need in your shot. Now, I usually shoot most headshots at f5.6. It's a good balance between a depth of field and without requiring a ton of energy from the flash, so I get more shots on a charge. ISO. The ISO will bring up or down the whole exposure. So if you don't have enough flash power, you can raise the ISO. The downside is that light will start to come in from the ambient, and that will change your exposure. Usually I set my ISO to 200 and may move anywhere from 100 to 400 for most studio flash work. And finally, flash power. A typical studio light might be between 250 and 500 watt seconds. An on-camera flash is going to be even less. Now, it'll take you a while to get the feel for how much light that is, but basically I would start with the other camera settings and simply turn your flash up or down until your exposure looks pretty good. Just make sure you're not blowing out the highlights though. On my 250 watt second strobe, for example, I'm usually shooting about half to 3/4 of the maximum output at the other settings that I've mentioned. So here's a question. If you max out your flash and it's still not bright enough, how do you add more power? Just move your light in closer. There you have it, my flash settings for studio headshots. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.